Hi, welcome to Go with Yin Yoga. Today's Yin practice is a full body Yin practice with just 3 poses. One prop that I will suggest is a strap. And if you don't have a strap, a resistance band does work, exercise band, or the tie from a bathrobe, maybe even a scarf. And you may not need this at all. It's going to be your choice. Other than that, getting any props that you feel you need to be comfortable, and meet me back on your mat or on your bed. And go ahead and connect to your heart. Take your hands to your heart. Connect with your breathing. Notice where your breath is originating. What happens when you inhale? Does your stomach go out? That would be good diaphragmatic breathing. That's what we're looking for. But maybe that doesn't happen for you, and that's okay. But notice whether or not that happens. Maybe you go like this on an inhale. And that's not what we're looking for, because then we're really constricting our lungs. It sends a signal to our brains that we're in distress. Breathing deeply from your belly sends a signal to your brain that all is well in your world. Today's theme or intention that I'm offering is I am loving. Times are difficult, pretty much all over the world. And I will be honest, there are times when I think that doing these videos is silly. I mean, there's just so much going on in the world, so much bad stuff going on in the world. And then I tell myself, no, this is what the world needs. The world needs ways to de-stress, ways to step away from the TV, from your devices, and find a minute of calm, or maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And I'd like to share with a quote from Rumi, which is, let the beauty of what you love be what you do. So February is always all about love in my book. And so let your actions reflect that love that I know you have in your heart. Go ahead and let that go. Take your strap, put it off to the side. You can go ahead and lay down on your stomach. Stretch your left arm out. Let's do the other way around. Stretch your right arm out. Bend your elbow of your left arm. Take that palm to your surface. I'm going to be a little getting into my pillow a little bit. And so one arm is pressing into your bed, the other is coming straight out from the shoulder. You can go ahead and bend your left knee, and then if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and take that over your right leg. For me, this is comfortable for the most part. But maybe that puts a little much too pressure on your shoulder, in which case I want you to just bend your knees and let your thighs come straight out from your hips. Knees are bent, one leg on top of the other. That can take some pressure away. I'm going to go ahead and stay this way. Open wings. We're starting by stimulating our lung meridian. Even though this is a kidney meridian strengthening practice, lung precedes kidney. And by strengthening that lung, making sure that that meridian is strong, allows the kidney meridian to be stronger as well. Allow the bent arm to relax. It's just there to support you. Let any effort go. Surrender into your mat or your bed. I am loving. And by showing loving actions, I attract love to myself. Last couple of breaths here. And then slowly unwind your bent leg and your bent arm. Scooch down just a little bit. Remain on your stomach. Take your elbows out to either side. And then go ahead and take your hands one on top of the other. And let your forehead come onto your hands. And this is our rebound. We're here for a short time in crocodile pose. Actually, this is not our rebound. Okay, we're going to go to second side, but we pause between, and that's what I wanted us to do. So go ahead and take your left arm, bring that straight out from the left shoulder. Bend that right elbow, bring the right palm to your surface. Bend the right knee and go ahead and bring it over the left leg. Or just have your knees bent with one leg on top of the other for the second side. And then notice, does this side feel the same? In fact, I am feeling sensation in an area I don't want to feel it. So I'm going to opt to bend my knees on the second side. Soften into the pose. Allow the lungs to really expand into your side ribs. Taking in lots of fresh energy and letting go stale energy. I am loving. I lovingly notice wherever I am holding tension in my body, and I try to release it or soften it. Last couple of breaths here. And slowly coming back onto your stomach, coming into that crocodile pose, elbows out to either side, one hand on top of the other, legs straight out behind you, and forehead resting on the top of your hands if that's comfortable for you. Check in with your physical body. What are you feeling? Last inhale. Last exhale, and slowly begin to turn onto your side, making your way up into a easy seated position, and then taking your right leg out to the side, and your left sole of your left foot comes to your inner right thigh, into a half dragonfly pose. And you may also want to sit up on something to make it a bit more comfortable, or allow your legs to bend, especially if you have tight hamstrings. I'm going to suggest facing that right foot. And here we are strengthening our kidney meridian, those inner thighs, a little bit of the hamstrings as well. Maybe you reach a little bit forward. And maybe you come a little bit more forward. Maybe you back out a little bit if you're feeling too much sensation along those inner thighs, inner legs, hamstrings, and low back. Slightly tucking the chin, allowing your spine to be nice and long. And if you prefer rounded, you can do that as well. Surrender to gravity. Last couple of breaths here. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your torso. Both feet onto your mat, spread. A little wider than hip width, and just allow your legs to go from side to side. And release any tension that may have built up in that hold. And before we move on to our second side. So go ahead and bend the right knee. Stretch out your left leg. And turn to face that left leg, starting with a straight back. I am loving. I know that doing loving things for others can only bring more love into my own life. Check in with your body, see whether you need to go deeper, whether you need to back out a little bit, or if you're at just the right edge. Better to go a little less deep than too deep, in my opinion. Last couple of breaths here. And slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Again, take those feet onto the surface, a little wider than hip width. Allow the knees to fall from side to side. And bring your feet together. Lean back a little bit on your hands behind your hips. Allow your heart to open, smile, loving others, letting love in. Now last inhale and last exhale. Go ahead and grab your strap if you have one. Come to the center of your mat, laying on your back. Knees are bent to begin with. You want a small loop in your strap. It's going to go over your foot. I'm going to start with my right leg. So I'm just going to put that strap right underneath the ball of my foot. And I'm going to begin by letting that foot just fall out towards the right. Just a loose hole on the strap. We are now moving into the wood element. And we are going to be stimulating the insides and the outsides of our legs. Invitation to allow that bent knee to straighten or keep that knee bent. Neither is better than the other. See if you can let that right leg soften so you're not holding it up in space. Let the strap do the work. You can also hold with your fingers onto the big toe if you're able to do that. Last couple of breaths here. And slowly bring that right leg back to center and pause. Go ahead and bend that foot leg and take the step. Nope, we're not bending yet. Okay, don't bend that leg. Keep it straight. Keep the strap on it and allow it to fall over towards your left side. And this is usually a much smaller range of motion for most people, myself included. I am loving. Last couple of breaths here. Go ahead and bring that right leg back up towards center. This time bend it. Go ahead and take the strap off that foot, bend the other leg, put the strap onto the second side. And bring that foot up towards the ceiling and then allow it to open out to the left side. Try and let the muscles relax as much as you can. Sometimes you could put a block underneath here. You could put bolster underneath here, and that can allow your muscles to just relax more so you can get deeper into your connective tissue. I am loving. Last couple of breaths here. And then slowly bring that foot back up through center and then allow it to fall over your right leg. And maybe come back up just a little bit to begin with. Maybe allowing your foot to come down a little further. The last couple of breaths here. And slowly take that leg back up towards center, bend your knee, take your strap off, set it off to the side, take your feet out a little wider than hip width apart, and again, just gently allow those knees to fall from side to side, releasing tension before we move into Savasana. And I will be minding the time. Now is a great time to bring yourself back to that intention that you may have set at the beginning. It's quite all right if you didn't. And I offer to you, I'm loving, obviously, with the quote, "Let the beauty of what you love be what you do," from Rumi. And it's also pretty much a full body yin yoga practice in just these three poses, getting into our arms, getting into our legs, our hips, our low back, a little bit into the hamstrings. We're really getting into most of the body. And relax until you hear me speak again. Continue to relax in Savasana for as long as you'd like, maybe pausing the video. And if you do need to move into the rest of your day, take any small movements you need, allowing your breath to deepen as well. You can either remain laying down or come up to an easy seated position. I'd like to share a short meditation with you. Often I do meditations as a standalone practice, but really the purpose of yoga is to help us get to a point where we can sit in meditation comfortably. And I just felt called to share this one today, loosely based on a meditation from one of my favorite Yin Yoga books, In My Element. And if it feels safe and comfortable for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. Hands can be wherever is comfortable for you. And again, return to your breath. Allow your breath to be as it is. Breathing in and out through your nose if that's possible. And allow your attention to turn toward your thoughts. Can you feel your thoughts as sensation in your body? Where do you feel that? Do you see any colors? Do you feel warm or cold? And with your eyes closed if they are, see your thoughts as clouds moving across the sky. Notice as your breath slows and your thoughts slow, and you can take a little space between one thought and another, that you begin to lose your attachment to those thoughts. Those clouds start to part. You see more and more of the blue sky. More and more you are able to connect to your true nature, loving, lovable, calm, serene. And you can remain like this for as long as you like. You can slowly blink your eyes open. Inhale, press the palms of both hands together. Thumbs come into your breastbone, your heart center, head slightly bowing over your hands. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you always be loving. And go ahead and blink those eyes open if they were still shut. Thank you so much for me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you found a little calmness, a little more serenity from this practice. And right about now, some links will come up on the screen. Trying to read what I wrote. If you liked this practice, you might also like a hip strengthening Yin Yoga practice to boost self-love. That will be one of the links. Or you might want to check out my caterpillar affirmations for courage. I think a lot of us need some courage right now. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to practice with me again, please go ahead and subscribe and click the bell. Thank you so much for joining me today.